Hey there, champs. As the whole boxing world knows that Gervonta Tank Davis has his next fight coming up, and it's gonna be against none other lightweight champion Lamont the Reaper Roach. And they're already gonna have a very stacked card on the undercard, featuring both of the Charlo brothers and David Benavidez. Who could ask for more, right guys? And as we all know, Canelo Alvarez already fought one of the Charlos, and it was a one-sided A-whooping, just like Errol Spence said when he was gonna fight Terrence Crawford. But I mean, Charlo did not really do anything in that fight as soon as he felt Canelo's power. So now it's the other brother's turn. He is gonna be fighting Canelo Alvarez if he does get through the fighter that he's gonna fight on the undercard between Tank Davis and Lamont Roach. Now guys, to me, twins, sometimes you can tell them apart and sometimes you cannot. But when they were both fit, the Charlo brothers, I was not able to tell them apart until one of the Charlo brothers, the one that was having a mental breakdown, he left boxing, right? And when he came back, I named him Fat Charlo, and the other one I call him Fit Charlo. But Fit Charlo fights at 154 and Fat Charlo fights at 160. And what really makes it hard to tell them apart is that they both have almost the same name, Jermall and Jermall. So even if I don't see them fight in a while, I will get confused who is Jermall and who is Jermall. I would probably tell them apart more better if one was like Jermall and one was like Anthony or something like that. Something that's not really close to the name. But to me, that's neither here or there. And to me, it will be really hard to sell the fight because they are twins and they would have mostly the same genetics. They are twins. They're not just brothers. It's not like Jose Benavidez and David Benavidez. These guys share the same mom and dad. So does David and Jose. But these guys were born on the same day, which makes them have almost the same attributes. I believe one of them fought at 154 and the other one fought at 160 just so they won't run into each other. And I do recall that the PBC stated before the Canelo and the Charlo fight took place, they said that they wanted to make the next fight with the other Charlo, but because of the bad performance with Canelo and the Charlo, they came out and stated they were no longer interested in making a fight with the other Charlo, and Canelo had already agreed that he was gonna fight both Charlos. I don't think it was gonna be back to back, but I think they had like a 3-fight deal, and Canelo said no. And to me, this fight will probably sell okay. It's been some time, but I mean, the only thing that's going to save this fight is that the other Charlo went all the way to 2 weight classes from 154 to 168, and the fatter Charlo, he's moving up from 160 to 168. So that's really only 1 weight class, and he is also referred to as Big Charlo. So I think this is the only thing that's gonna be able to save this fight. Well guys, I did come up with something else that is really gonna save this fight. I guess on the undercard, Charlo is gonna be fighting somebody at 168, most likely a soft touch, a stay busy fight. And if it depends on that performance, if he's gonna be able to get the Canelo fight. And if he does very well at 168, people are gonna want to watch this fight because it's not the same Charlo, and we will be able to sell the fight. But guys, I have Canelo beating up this Charlo the same way as the other Charlo, but maybe a little bit tougher since it is more weight. But I still think Canelo beats everybody, even David Benavidez. Especially if Canelo fights David Benavidez right now, I have Canelo beating David Benavidez as well. But if it takes a long time to make that fight happen, Benavidez is just gonna get better and Canelo is gonna go on the decline. So I think that's the best chance David Benavidez has, is to wait longer to fight Canelo. But then he probably won't be able to keep making the 168 since he already moved to 175. Tell you the truth, I want to see Canelo Alvarez fight Artur Beterbiev before I want to see David Benavidez, only because Beterbiev is already getting old and they're about the same size, and I just want to see Beterbiev fight Canelo. And I know Beterbiev and Bebo are gonna fight, but we already seen Canelo fight Bebo. We already seen that fight. I still want to watch the rematch, and if it happens, I'm buying the pay-per-view. But I mean, I don't want a reheated play. I want something fresh. And Beterbiev and Bebo is just around the corner. I cannot wait for that mega showdown fight. I believe that's gonna be the best fight of this year. Who do you guys have? Beterbiev or Bebo? Hey, but check this out, guys. Don't ever forget this. I ain't the biggest, I'm the baddest.